Today is important for us. You'll know that it's the union of both the La Liga and the Ibercup, and it's taking place right here in Gauteng, and in a province where we're known as the home of champions. And I mean, we say that proudly because we truly are. But for today, it's about opening up greater avenues for our young athletes, especially our school-going kids, so that they're given hope. If you look at our stats, they're quite depressing. If you look at youth unemployment, you look at the number of kids that are getting pregnant early and so forth, and it just shows you that there's a huge gap that sport can fill, which is about redirecting the energies of young people away from what would be negative activities into something that is positive. And we're really proud of today because it allows us then to open up greater doors for young people so that they realize that through sport they can be able to change their lives.
Really, for us at Vuma, we see sort of, sport as the vehicle and highly instrumental in providing opportunities for our youth. And really our involvement here is focused on that. And really this initiative and these partnerships are testament to uplifting the community. So for us at Vuma, it's, we believe that we're so much more than an infrastructure company. It is about the community. And our involvement here is really putting the spotlight on our youth and providing those opportunities for them as well. Really, for us at Vuma, we live by a simple yet profound mantra, and that is simply because we can, we must. And if we can, we really must as well. So really, we are so excited and so thrilled to be a part of this project. And really, it is a reflection of the heart of Vuma, and that's where we sit with our youth, as well as with the projects and initiatives that we roll out.
I've got to tell you something, today is a highly emotionally charged day for me, particularly because most people don't realize I started this in 2015. I went to certain people in 2015 and I said, I need to take South African boys to compete overseas. We were told, don't waste your time. And we persevered. We took 10 little boys from Gauteng to Spain to play in a cup called the Dynasty Cup. Some of these kids had never left a township, and all of a sudden they were arriving in Spain. The first team we get to play is Real Madrid. So you can imagine, our kids just stood there frozen. They came with buses. We had nothing. We had a kit literally and a hotel, and yet we just performed. When we walked into the stadium at Real Sociedad, this stadium had heard about this team called Afrique du Sud. And when we walked in, and I'm getting gooseflesh while I tell you this, they started going, Afrique du Sud, Afrique du Sud, 30,000 people. We came back home and I went, I can't let this dream die. I have to find a way with the people I can get on board to start building something that's sustainable to help us, our youth. Our youth need to be here. So to stand up today with these partners, knowing 5 years later, we finally got the right people at the table, I can't begin to explain that tonight I am one of the happiest human beings you'll ever get to know. The key, however, is where do we go to from here? So often we see the great razzmatazz and we don't realize that so often it just fizzles. As you saw, we signed a 5-year agreement with SAFA. We're going to be part of an LOC with SAFA to help develop youth. We have the MEC who we want to get heavily entrenched with to bring football back to schools. We have a foundation that we've established, we'll launch that early next year, where we want to start feeding kids, clothing kids, giving hope and dignity. Our journey is going to be football is the catalyst to unlock our next leaders. That's what we really are hoping to do. If I tell you something, to see 160 kids playing football here, in this area, in my mind, I can't wait to see 160 kids playing in a township where they've never had the opportunity to participate. That's the key to everything.
Well, there's certain partnerships which have always been there. The partnership between organizations like ourselves, the athletes, that is people with intellectual disabilities, and their families. That partnership is the base of everything. Now, it cannot self-sustain. So you need the government to take responsibility, because the rights we talk about are human rights. The government must accept the human rights of people with intellectual and other disabilities. And that partnership is very important. Partnership extends to the private sector. But we cannot do anything without the sponsors. And indeed, we must thank them all the time for keeping the organizations like ourselves and Ibercup alive. And even soccer and other sporting activities. Without the sponsors, we're nowhere. And we must continue to thank them. They are partners, very important partners. But we're all important family together.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on our social mediums.